quick profit. I would definitely consider doing the same trade. That's a lot of sellers. That was a huge amount of sellers. Morning, guys. Welcome back. Look at VEEE or VEEE. I feel like is easier to say, but look at that big flush here. I just wrote in the Discord. I don't think I could trade this ticker anymore. Man, like, look at this choppy action all the way up. I mean, on the 5-minute really glorifies that, where it barely feels like a front side trend. I mean, in the end, you know, this ticker is going up, right? But on the 1 minute, it is a piece of work, and it's a tough one to trade. And I stopped trading it pretty much here in this area, and then I think I traded like 1 or 2 more tickers, and then I just ended up calling it. I actually did some pretty decent trading pre-market, and I actually also made money after the market opened. I don't know what it is. Lately, I've been giving back profits after the market opens. It's always really frustrating when that happens, but here we go. So I'm up 981 on the day. So pretty solid green day here. Nothing like crazy. I didn't size up that much. My average size, I mean, look at this. My average size today was only $4.3 thousand. Really, really small. I should have been trading with like 10,000 today. There was a few trades I traded with almost 10,000 shares. Actually, here's one with 10,000, but I didn't size up nearly what I should have been doing. But look at this, average win, average loss. My risk reward is positive again. Yesterday was really good. It was like a 1-to-5 risk reward ratio. Profit margin pretty good here, so I didn't give that much. My total winner is really high accuracy. So I did overall really, really good, and I'm stoked about that for sure. So if we just go to like these tickers, for example, let's start with UBX. And actually, before we go to UBX and I show you guys my trades, let me ask you guys a question, and I'll leave a poll in the first pinned comment below. You guys can vote. I hope you guys know the answer to this, but it is a perfect, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a perfect example of what we saw today. What happens to a stock at the market open that were thickly traded pre-market? And this isn't 100%, nothing's 100% in the market, but in general, what happens to a stock at the market open that is or was thickly traded pre-market? And the answer to that is our lead gapper right here, or one of our lead gappers, UBX. This is a ticker I'm up on the most. So look at this one, UBX right here. Here we go. Boom, ka-choong. They fail. Every time there's a really thickly traded ticker pre-market, and this one was like pushing 500 shares pre-market, which we don't see all the time. It was really nice. I really only traded it here in this area, and then a few trades here. I actually made it over 1,050 or so profit on UBX, and then right here I ended up giving that back, but that's fine, giving back a little bit off the top. I didn't really think it would fail as hard as it did right after it broke 190. Now I knew $2 was going to be big resistance on this ticker. We had right here a lot of failed attempts to break higher after the big sell-off, and that was the struggle point. I thought maybe we'd see like another failed attempt or something like that, but this one just died off really quick. Now, the way I traded this one, like you guys saw in the intro video, was pretty scalpy. I just kind of constantly, so this one popped up first, took some, like, you know, bought this one high. It sold off. The pullbacks on UBX were so aggressive. So it sold off. I was instantly red, held a little bit longer because it was still like holding its highs pretty good on the micro pullback. And then it popped up again, took some profits. It kept on crawling higher, and then I started chasing here. I actually didn't have any amazing trades. They're all like, you know, $200-$300 winners, and then some I gave back on. And then this happened where I'm like, okay, well, finally we're having a pullback, and it never pulls back that much, so I'm gonna buy here. And guess what? Like instantly, it flushes like 8% or so while I'm in it. It was like a micro flush, and all of a sudden, all my profits were gone. I was in the red. You guys will see it in the recording if you watch it. And then it pops back up, and somehow, like right away, and I just close it. I'm like, whoa, what happened? Right after I close, it just rips up 20% from like where I closed. In total, it was like 27% move. And I'm like, no, because that was exactly the move I wanted. I wanted this nice pullback here on the 5-minute. It was perfect right here. Everything was looking really good. Actually, it was 25. Yeah, okay, so right here it was. Not here. So right here in this pullback, that's exactly what I wanted. So we just pulled back more aggressive than I was expecting, but it was still in the 9 EMA, but it shook me out. So if I just did this trade, I would probably had a 2K profit day for sure. Also, if I took this trade, I probably would have started sizing a little bit more, got a bit more aggressive, but this one really threw me off, which is a bit unfortunate. And then it was pretty much over. I did a few more small trades here, but that was pretty much it. Obviously here, but yeah, that didn't live up. And then yeah, I mean, a thickly traded ticker oftentimes just dies at the market open. I don't know what it is, but it's like almost a fact. It's a biology ticker here with 101 million market cap, so you know, it was kind of a larger ticker in that regard, and then 70 million shares outstanding, so not like super low float that we're usually looking for, but at the same time, you know, it was quite nice. And it wasn't like our typical grinders like we've been seeing, which was nice as well. With VE or VEEE, let me type that in here. I had a hard time trading this one. Instantly, I traded this one. I got back to my desk. I had a friend visiting from Hamburg, North Germany, and actually we met at Tim Sykes Trader and Investor Summit in, like, I think it was 2019. So before COVID in Miami, we were there. That's where we met. And he was in Berlin, and he wrote me. I was like, yeah, come by, we'll trade together. So that was pretty cool. Anyway, I got back to my desk, and then this started popping up. I traded a few times here, but it didn't work out. I ended up getting red. Then we had this really nasty chop action on this one. I wasn't interested to trade it, but once it broke right here at the 650, it had a micro pullback. I jumped in on it, and I took profits right away, and I didn't get my full size. I did 500 shares. I was ready to size more, but you know, I got a quick pullback, 500 shares, and then it popped right back up again. And I was like, I hesitated there with my second share size. I wanted to place it ideally lower to see how it holds, but I should have just got a little bit more aggressive. It was just such a choppy ticker at the open that I didn't really trust it. Volume was also a little bit all over the place, and yeah, then it got halted. I did another trade here, but it was very, very small share size, and I closed it right away. I don't know. My conviction on VEEE was really lacking because of the amount of flushes it had, and I just really didn't want to, you know, give back profits again after being up 1,000 and then being down or not down, but you know, then going back to 700 and then basically going back to 900. I don't know, it was messing with my mind a little bit because now I was thinking about my P&L more than the stocks in front of me, and that's never a good place to be. Really quickly here, NVTA, not super an exciting ticker. Well, actually, this ticker was exciting. I was thinking about a different one that wasn't exciting. I forgot which one that was. I think it was like ALT, or there was another one we were all looking at. But NVTA, it was kind of like yesterday where I was undecided which ticker I was going to trade. I was kind of like going back between VEEE and NVTA, and then I pretty much didn't even look at UBX after the open, but it was like those two tickers. And you know, this open was so intense, or not the open, but you know, once we broke above VWAP clearly, we had an aggressive pullback, and this is when I started looking at it, and then I saw it crawling higher here. I traded this one very quickly, basically a scratch trade, because I actually bought kind of high. It sold down. Actually, never mind. I bought here at 504. Why did I sell so quickly? I have no idea. So this is just really poor trading on my end, and then it just crawls higher, and for some reason I'm not trading it. So I don't know. I didn't get aggressive enough after the market opened, so shame on me. But you know, my running P&L, if you guys look at that, so if you just go to the portfolios, and then you can click, you know, quickly go to it right here, and you just go to running P&L. This is where I was kind of a little bit, you know, giving back off my peak today, and I was a bit on a red trend. I managed my risk here pretty well, but then I didn't step up my gear again. So I really should have stepped up that aggression and then really jumped into things, and I think that could have really cleaned it up for me. Luckily, this week overall was pretty good. If you just go to the running calendar, or not the running, let's just go to the normal P&L calendar, and we are, in August, so I'm on a little bit of a just a solid trade. Actually, the beginning of the week was pretty sloppy. I didn't really get any good opportunities, but today and yesterday I kind of cleaned up, which was pretty nice. Hopefully we get some more action in the rest of August. It feels like volume is there, but it's like really wishy-washy. So like we'll get some really nice action, but then we don't get the continuation. Or we get some continuation like with UBX, but somehow it just, you know, gets hit super hard by a wall of sellers at one point. So I just can't wait for that one ticker that just absolutely rips. We have been seeing some like extended hours or like power hour moves, but I usually don't trade at that time. So those are kind of going through my fingers a little bit. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you then first thing Monday morning. Have a phenomenal weekend, everyone. And like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.